Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a flip through of my finished April journal. Let's get started. It's been long month. On this day, we finally got the estimate for the vanity. It was wrong when we got it because they included the price of the vanity, but my dad had already bought the vanity. So that was an issue. Got it fixed, paid it. Everything was paid, ready to go. We had somebody come in and give us an estimate on insulating the attic. He said that we didn't need an attic fan. Now, this has been a bone of contention in this family. And with the neighbors. The neighbors have chimed in. Everybody's chimed in with whether or not we need an attic fan. Okay, and then this guy was like, I think maybe it's your AC and that's your problem. And I'm like, dude, we only have a problem when there's a heat wave. If I have my AC set to 72, it's 72 in my house, except if we have a heat wave. Well, I think it's a problem with your AC, not with your insulation. By the way, we never got that estimate. So I will be posting a not so nice review on Google for that company. I had a doctor's appointment today with my new primary care, my new PCP. She put me on new meds to help with my chronic headaches. They're supposed to take up to 6 weeks. It's not at the 6-week mark yet, and I still have a headache every single day that has never gone away for almost 3 years now. So, whatever. My kid went hiking with his best friend. His best friend's a girl. I love it for him. And on this day, the 2nd of April, I was already over allergies. Today, the 2nd of May, tree pollen is high. Mold is high. I think it was mold. Was it mold? Yes, it was mold. And dust and dander is extremely high. Yeah. So we took the dog, Sammy, the ween, to the vet for an ultrasound. They wanted to look at his liver and his adrenal glands. His adrenal glands are enlarged. His liver is lower than it's supposed to be. We all know he has Cushing's. The vet said he has Cushing's. The only problem is we cannot treat him for Cushing's because we have not tested him for Cushing's. To test him for Cushing's, we have to take him off of his steroid that he's on for his collapsed trachea. And you guys, he came like this. Okay? That's what I said to the vet. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he came with Cushing's, and I'm pretty sure he came with the collapsed trachea. It's just steadily getting worse as he gets older, which is how it is. But I won't take him off the steroids to get tested for Cushing's, because then he passes out when he coughs from his collapsed trachea. With the steroids, that does not happen. So I'm not going to take him off for a month and have him passing out multiple times a day. It's not going to happen at all. I also had to yell at my dad on this day. This was before we got the rest of the money from the VA for the shower, and somebody from the VA called and left a message like 3 days prior to this that he never saw, asking for more photos. Yeah. I got new pens. That's about it. Oh, this is the day I kept getting distracted. Everything I did, I got distracted. Going to the kitchen to wash dishes, got distracted, removing the rug from the garage. Finishing removing the rug from garage, I got distracted, going through boxes in the garage. Went to go start dinner, ended up using the leaf blower to blow out the garage. That was that day. Some days are like that. All right, let's see. Oh, we got Subway twice this month. That never happens. So the boyfriend had got me a new camera on this day it came, or maybe it was this day. No, it was this day. I got the new camera up and working. I uploaded a video to YouTube just for me and the boyfriend so we could compare to the original camera, and it was so much better. Nobody's commented. Nobody said it was crappy. Nothing. So I'm guessing you guys are okay with this camera. I'm sure you would tell me, maybe, if you weren't. The kitchen island came on this day, and it was so many pieces to put together, but it's amazing, and I'm going to tell you, I don't know how I lived without a kitchen island. Okay, now that I have the kitchen island put together, this was the next day, I emptied the shelves by the fridge. We have a shelving unit by the fridge that has a bread box and all the dog treats on it, and like the cat food and stuff like that on it, and I moved that shelf and got it out of the kitchen so we could move the kitchen island out of the way if we wanted to. So that's all I did on this day. Got up early and came down here to film. But I did nothing because I still had to figure out the camera. my built-in camera program, it was not working right with the built-in camera program on my PC, on my laptop. So I ended up having to download OBS, and that's what I've been using. It's okay. I mean, I preferred my other, honestly, my other camera was a Logitech, and the Logitech software is so simple and easy to use. Like, I prefer that, but because I'm not doing anything. I'm not streaming. I'm not doing anything amazing. I'm filming a video. I did put this carnitas with a pork in the crock pot. It was so good. So good. And I'm mad because my local store where I got it put all of these on clearance and we hadn't tried it yet. And they all were gone. So mad. So a guy came first thing this morning to take out the old vanity. Why did he take out the old vanity? Because there's flooring. You see there was flooring underneath the vanity. So we're getting our flooring replaced. So the vanity had to leave. The vanity was broken. It was crap. It had been broken for a few years. And the company that's doing it is actually an HVAC company. So I was like, you should come out now while you have the chance. So he came out, took it out. All I wanted then was Burger King for breakfast. So my boyfriend went and got me Burger King. Oh, and he had to work on this night. This was a Tuesday, and he usually doesn't work on a Tuesday, but he had to work on this night, which threw off the rest of the month, by the way, because then he got sick and like everything got thrown off. My kid went on this day for his chemistry placement exam for college. He got a 24 out of 60, and he was like upset about it. I'm like, but you never had chemistry. Like, I'm surprised you got a 24. I don't know what. Then we ran some errands. We actually accidentally went to Ollie's. How do you accidentally go to Ollie's, you may ask? You drive past the entrance to the place you're really actually going to go. And the next place to turn around is Ollie's. So we figured might as well go in. That's how that works. And then we went to the grocery outlet, which is where we wanted to go when we missed the entrance, and to Wegmans. Oh, this is the day the coffee maker broke. You guys, we didn't have that coffee maker long. It was a Cuisinart coffee maker with a K-cup part and a regular pot cart part. They're selling it now at Sam's Club. If you see it and you think, oh, this is such a nice coffee pot, don't get it. It's a piece of fucking shit. Plain and simple. We've only had it since November. And it died. Yeah. So, my dad and I went to Boscov's and got the coffee maker we've always been getting. But we decided to try the Cuisinart. And stupidly, we decided to try the Cuisinart. So we just ended up getting the Hamilton Beach Flex Brew. That's what we usually get. And it works great. Honestly, and then it's a new updated one, and it's even better than the original. And then the boyfriend and I went to Aldi because the boyfriend had off this day because he worked the day before. So this, like I said, threw off the whole thing. But I got that. It's like, did you say it? Is it chindi? I don't know how you say it, but it's like a rag rug for in between the kitchen island and the sink, and we love it. It's great. I hurt my ankle the day before, so this day it was still hurting, but I turned my ankle avoiding stepping on Sammy's paw when we were walking down the hallway because he just turned and kind of like walked in front of me. So I turned my ankle. Oh, it was so bad. I said all I want to do is work out, but it feels like everything is against me. No lie. I have not worked out all month. I made cheddar cheesesteaks. My boyfriend calls them chopped cheese. And homemade hamburger rolls. And then I put some of the hamburger rolls. I made 8 rolls and I had 8 rolls left, so I put them in the freezer for Easter. This is also the day that I sorted all of my scraps. You will see what happens with these scraps in a video coming up soon, okay? So I spent a few hours this morning making peanut butter eggs. My grandmother's recipe for peanut butter eggs. And let me tell you, I don't think people appreciated my grandmother enough. The amount of homemade candy this woman made is insanity, and I could barely do these eggs before I was annoyed and ready to be done. Like, she did everything. She cooked all the food for every holiday. Every time we got together, she cooked all the food for... My mom has 5 siblings. All of them but one, and my mom, well, but she was married, but all but one are currently, and my mom are currently married. Okay, and all of them but one have kids. And all of us have kids now too. So there's a lot of us. And my grandmother did everything by herself. She was a freaking rock star. Okay. You can see this eye cam. This was the start of my boyfriend getting sick. And on this day, I tried to get all the caulk off the tiles that were behind the vanity. I can only get some of it off. The rest of it is like silicone caulking, and I could not get it off. So I really have to get that off before the vanity comes. I need to figure out how to get it off. The boyfriend came down. I was not happy. He's sick. Yep. And then he came home early, so this was a Sunday. It has been the longest fucking day. That's what the first sentence says. I got no sleep. My boyfriend was a goddamn furnace. He was sweaty. He wasn't sleeping, so he was tossing and turning, whipping the covers on and off. I was miserable. At one point, I slept on the floor. Till I realized, it was nice and cool down there, by the way, until I realized that I'm 45 years old. Why the hell am I laying on the floor? Okay, so the boyfriend was still sick. But I made him we had to run to Boscov's to get a bird bath for my dad for his birthday. Then I made him stop at Arby's for me for lunch because he wasn't hungry, because he didn't eat for 3 days because he had major stomach digestive issues with this cold. My dad's face was swollen, and he tried to call the VA to get into the dentist, and you know, of course, you can't get into anything, I'm telling you. Next day, yep, only a matter of time before I get sick. The funny thing was, I didn't realize it till I was filming, and I coughed while I was filming, and my chest, the pain in my chest, I was like, oh no, I'm sick. So this eye cam didn't help me not get sick, and you can hear it in my voice. I still have a stuffy nose. Like, this is the longest cold ever. This is what, the second week of April? Third week of April. So this was the 23rd. Feels like it was so forever ago. The boyfriend did take 4 COVID tests. They were all negative. And then my son started getting sick. But as I was sick, I did the boyfriend's laundry, washed all the dishes, filmed, took out the garbage, and yeah. And my dad went to the doctor because his face was even worse on this day. This was day 2 of my cold. The kid went to work and then came home early because he got very sick. I gave him his birthday gift early. I got him a new tumbler, an Arctic tumbler. His old one, the handle broke off. So I bought him a new tumbler for his birthday, and I also put mystery dice from D&D mystery dice inside for him. And the boyfriend shipped out 1 package. He went back to work this day because he called off the day before. He shipped out 1 package for me. And I said, I tried to nap, but did I? No, because I'm incapable of napping. I really am. I'm incapable of napping. So this was day 3 of my cold, and the dog was sick. Had the poops. This was the day he pooped in the kitchen. Not his fault. Wasn't mad. When you have a dog or a baby or a toddler, you have to realize that you can't get mad at that kind of stuff because it happens. And he's a dog. He doesn't really know any better. He just knew he had to go potty. Like, whatever. So I didn't end up going to bed until 3 a.m. And then I woke up at 4:30 because he wanted to come on the bed. And then my mom called at 8:30 to drop off the printer. The printer that did not work. So this was the day before Easter. I had a lot to do. I had all the cooking to do. I cook everything the day before Easter as long as I can. I cook it the day before Easter, like the ham got cooked, the macaroni salad was made, all that stuff was made. However, I accidentally turned off the oven at one point. And when the pasta water was boiling and I grabbed the lid, the handle, the screw fell out into the water, so I had to dump the water to start over. So it was a day, and I was sick, so it was just miserable. This was also the day the boyfriend had a video visit, because he has a sinus infection. And then my dad started getting sick. Yep, and the kid was still sick, and I was still sick. And it was Easter. Great. My kid called off of work again. He sounded horrible. I thought for sure he was going to have bronchitis. I had made him a video visit appointment while he was sleeping because he needed a note to go back to work the next day. Then I went to the store for medicine for him. I got him this Mucinex, by the way. It works. So if you're sick, it works. I also dropped the printer off at UPS to return because, like I said, it didn't work. All right, on this day we went to Staples to do an Amazon return for the boyfriend. While he was there, he did grab a Grubhub card. He also bought me the Canoodle game. I love the Canoodle game. Then we went to Sam's Club. We had a list of 3 things we wanted. The case of ginger ale with the cherry and the strawberry flavors. If you've never had the Fruit Splash ginger ale, it's so good. We also got sourdough, and we wanted the Doritos gummies, but they didn't have them. I was like really mad about that. And then the boyfriend cooked. He cooked, you guys. He put sweet potatoes in the Instant Pot and cut up a rotisserie chicken from Sam's Club. This was the kid's 22nd birthday. He was still sick. He was supposed to go out with his best friend for breakfast, but didn't. My dad got him a cake. He got him the biggest chocolate cake ever. I'm like, what are you thinking? And I made him burrito bowls for dinner because that was all he wanted. So I made him burrito bowls. And then the kid took his math placement test. I don't know why he took it on his birthday, but whatever. This is the next day. I finally folded my laundry from the week before so I could do laundry on this day. The kid left work early again because he was still sick. The dad was in bed all day. I said, men, I swear, they are the fucking worst. They really are. They're such babies when they're sick. I made breakfast for dinner, and when I was done, I was sick, but it was from allergies, headache, nausea, dizziness. I ended up taking a cool shower, taking meds, drinking a ginger ale, and just laying down. This is private journaling, but I did vote. Went to Subway again, which we usually don't do. This was the 26th, so I said I didn't want to do anything today, but I forced myself to. I did my dad's laundry, I turned my mattress, changed my sheets, and made dinner, but all I really wanted to do was veg out in front of the TV and ignore the world. My kid went to D&D after missing the week before, so I had a nice quiet night, and I went out and I helped. I couldn't figure out, there was this noise, you guys, all night long, and I couldn't, because it was really windy, I couldn't figure out what it was. The next day I figured out what it was. My neighbor has these pinwheels, these metal pinwheel flowers in her yard, and they were hitting her brick house. So I moved them for her. Well, I moved them for me, and then let her know I moved them because they were hitting the bricks. I said I shouldn't wake up exhausted, but I did. I just want to wake up and feel okay for like one day. Seriously, you guys. I want to wake up with no headache. I want to wake up well rested. I want to wake up and not in any pain. Like, can I? I made hamburger rolls to go with the buffalo chicken sandwiches I made for dinner. I made my boyfriend grilled cheese for lunch, and then I ran over to the neighbors to help her with a cricket problem. And then I was laughing because she's like, wait, I was telling her a story about something. She goes, wait, so you made hamburger rolls? I'm like, yeah. She's like, homemade hamburger rolls? I said, yeah. She goes, homemade hamburger rolls? You couldn't just go to the store? I'm like, it took me 5 minutes to make the rolls. It would have taken me longer to go to the store. In the morning, the kid told me he was on his way to work. So this was Monday. He was going to go to Yummy Bowl after work, so I didn't have to worry about dinner, which was really nice. We ended up going to Teriyaki Madness. My dad went to Lowe's to complain because why have we not got our floor put in yet? What's going on? And they like gave this whole thing that there's no flooring on. They're waiting on the flooring they ordered and all this stuff. And I said, I wish I would have went with, because there was a pallet of that flooring on the sales floor. But I didn't go with. They told him it wouldn't be till July. My dad's like, no, it gets done sooner or I'm going somewhere else. So we'll see what happened. And then the boyfriend ended up at urgent care because he had really bad acid reflux. This was the next day. I needed denim shorts so bad. So we went to Boscov's and I got a few pairs of shorts that I needed. And now I want to get more because I wasn't happy with what I got. Anyway, so all I wanted to do was get out of the house. So we went to Michael's so I can get thread to fix my mom's shirts because I didn't have thread to match shirts my mom wanted me to fix. I went to Boscov's because I had 3 gift cards I needed to use. And the kid got home from work and asked if I could make Mexican for him. I had already had dinner planned, but he left the next day for the annual fishing trip. So I made him taco meat on top of whatever I made for dinner. And this kid ate 3 tacos, ate 2 pieces of chicken, 2 chicken thighs that I made for dinner, and ate a pile of green beans. By the way, everybody loved the green beans I made. They were fresh green beans. I tossed them with oil, salt, pepper. That was it. Air fried them till they were nice and crispy and done, and then topped them with Parmesan cheese, and they disappeared. This was the next day. My son left for his annual fishing trip with his dad. The company called who was putting the vanity in, asked what was going on there, an HVAC company. I don't know why Lowe's has them doing it, but whatever. And I explained about what's happening with the floor, and she was like, let me contact my boss and let them know what's going on, and you need to do this, 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 and this. Well, lo and behold, Lowe's called that day. Okay, Lowe's called the next day to tell me that they'll just take the floor off the floor. The flooring we picked out, they'll take it off the sales floor. Why didn't they do that in the first place? And they'd get back to me by today. So we'll see if they talk to me. They call me today. Yeah. And now I've gotten 3 phone calls from Lowe's. 3. Haven't heard from you all month, but now you're going to call me 3 different times? So I said, it seems like the only thing that works is having the company that you're working with call and complain to Lowe's. So, oh, and then my mom also texted and let me know that one of her sisters is in ICU with heart failure. So that really sucks. It's been a really long, horrible April. So hopefully things get a little bit better. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little flip through of my April journal. I will see you guys in the next crafty video. Hit the like button, subscribe, and have a great rest of your day.